Welcome back to the Midday Go Show. I'm your host, Maddie Hag, and today I wanted to talk to you about 5 spooky movies you should check out for the month of March. So before I talk about the spooky movies for this month, I want to talk a little bit about Women in Horror Month. Now, Women in Horror Month normally takes place in February, but there's been talks of moving it from February over to March, and that would make a lot of sense to me because March is already Women's History Month, so why not acknowledge ladies in horror? So in an effort to support that movement, I'm focusing all 5 movies for this month around spooky ladies. And the first movie on my list for this month is The Invisible Man, starring Elisabeth Moss. We follow her character Cecilia, who's trying to make a life for herself away from her dominating and abusive boyfriend, who is the Invisible Man in this story. And he just kind of keeps showing up, and whether he's attacking her or attacking people that she's around, just constantly making her unsafe and making her look more and more suspicious to those around her. The tension just continues to build all the way up until the end. I loved it. I definitely think you should check it out, and you can find it on HBO Max. The second movie on my list for this month is Tigers Are Not Afraid by Issa Lopez. Without giving away too much of the story, it's a story that follows a group of orphan kids who are on the run and trying to escape the drug cartel, which is in constant pursuit of them and trying to kill them based on something that they have. And along with being pursued by the drug cartel, at least one of the kids is haunted by these ghosts that are constantly trying to make contact with her about something. And, you know, you'll just have to check it out to see how it all unfolds. I loved it. It's one of those movies where it's spooky for sure, but it's also, you know, deals with some super real stuff. And, you know, there will be moments where you smile and moments where you choke up. But definitely check it out, and you can find it over on Shudder. The third movie on my list is perfect for St. Patrick's Day next week and happens to be Jennifer Aniston's first movie, Leprechaun. Rather than talking about the plot of this movie, I feel like I'd rather talk about what it sort of looks like and feels like. And what I mean by that is, when watching it, I almost felt like I was watching a Disney Channel movie that just never went on to the Disney Channel. Like, they took everybody that works on that, absolutely the entire crew, and just had them work on this horror movie about a leprechaun. It's ridiculous. It is, it's not good in the sense of being like this engaging plot that's like so well written and so well figured out. It's good in the sense that it's entertaining. Like, you'll be willing to watch the whole thing because you're just wondering what the heck are they gonna do? Because, you know, I can't think of any other movie where a leprechaun is the main character other than, I guess, Luck of the Irish, which happens to be a Disney Channel movie, but still, it's not the same. It's just, they're not trying to kill a leprechaun in Luck of the Irish, all right? They're just trying to get gold back. All I remember is that there's like a basketball game at the end and someone ends up in Lake Erie or something. I don't know. Anyway, check out Leprechaun. You can find it over on Peacock. The fourth movie on my list for this month is Headcount by Elle Callahan. It's a movie where a bunch of college students on spring break decide they're gonna go stay at an Airbnb out in the middle of the desert, and they're reading these stories one night from this website, kind of like Creepypasta, and one of the stories that's read ends up actually awakening a spooky creature that happens to live in the area, and it starts picking them off one by one. The way that it works out, it's not necessarily what you would expect if you go in based off of that description, but I don't know, pretty fun. You can check it out over on Shudder. And the last movie on my list this month is Gigi Saul Guerrero's Culture Shock. It's a movie that's part of Blumhouse's Into the Dark series over on Hulu, and I actually haven't seen it before. I'd only heard of it maybe a day before shooting this video, and I decided to include it anyways because I'd like to encourage you to check it out with me. Here's the plan. You watch it, I'll watch it, and next week I'm going to do a follow-up video talking about my thoughts on the movie and kind of breaking it down more in depth, and we can swap thoughts, you know what I mean? So if you're looking for something to watch as homework, check out Culture Shock over on Hulu, and let's follow up on it next week. So those are my 5 spooky movies for the month of March that I think you should check out. Let me know what you think of them after you've watched them, or maybe you've already watched them and you have thoughts. Maybe leave a comment down below telling me what you think, and hopefully you'll join me for watching Culture Shock between this week and next week, and we can talk about it later on. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. You know, if you liked it, you could like it, or subscribe, or ring the bell for notifications. You know, all the good stuff that YouTubers are supposed to ask you every single time. Until next week, Stay spooky, everybody.